what are you doing up this late? Sorry, I'm still working. I have a new book I have to, read and review. I didn't mean to wake you up. Was the light bothering you? Or was it the music? I'm sorry. The author wanted me to, listen to some music while I read it to get me in the mindset. Which, I mean, I feel like that's not necessarily PC, because it's weird tribal music. Anyway, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to keep you up, darling. Hi. How are you? Yeah. Oh no, trust me, my dear. I'd much rather be in bed with you than reading this. Oof. Anyway, I've just been... It's just been a lot to take in, and I'm sorry. I really don't mean to keep you up so late. I've just been trying to get through this. There's a lot of notes and just odd little inconsistencies. I'm not really... okay, so we don't travel that often, but I know some basics, and just with what he's describing, like, some of these things are impossible, and it all ties back to this, Hindu legend. I don't know, it's all just a bit wonky for my taste. But anyway, I still have some reading to do and some notes to take. If you wanna lay on the office couch, keep me company for a while, I appreciate that. Yeah, I know. I don't mean to take up all your time like this. I know you'd rather be in bed, and I promise I'm gonna make my way there soon. It's just a lot to take in. Yeah, why don't you make yourself comfy? Okay. Alright. Well, I'm going to keep taking notes, so you get comfy over there. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I've just been busy. Again, my deadlines have been a nightmare lately. So, this is the music they wanted me to listen to. And, I mean, it's fine in small doses, but I still don't get what any of this has to do with the plot, or what the plot actually is. I don't know, but it has travel and adventure and a lot of escapism with the mythos, and of course, what is always popular these days, lots of heaving bosoms, which, you know, I like a good smutty novel every so often, but, like, sometimes it's just... I wonder if any of these people have actually... I mean, they're essentially fetishizing a whole existing subgenre of taboo culture, and then they're doing it wrong. Like, so wrong. I don't know. Do they not realize that it's all about the knot and the... Anyway, I just... And it's your, no apostrophe. Yes. Okay. Alright. Anyway, it's just... I'm reading some of these little comments and descriptions, and I mean, are they learning all about this through, 50 Shades of, anyway, it's ruining a whole culture of people who were minding their own business before. Oh, sweetie, if you want to experiment, I'm always down. Just make sure we agree upon a safe word. Yeah. Wait, what? We'll discuss that one. Anyway, it's just... They used R, A-R-E, instead of our. It's not that hard. That's what we get for using some of these young writers. Did they read this before they sent it to me? I wonder if they write it and read it back. I get sometimes you just have to get words to the screen and fingers to keypads, but okay. See, this is why don't you judge me. It's been, grammar wasn't even my favorite part of school. I wasn't, it wasn't my thing. I did fine. I passed, obviously. I do this now. But, how hard is it? Okay, and it's moments like these. Okay, so you remember when we, went to Germany for that? Yeah. Okay, so... From what's commonly called the Cinderella Castle, Neustein? Anyway, it's 4.5 hours away from Frankfurt, and it's a whole day trip to get there. And the writer essentially talks about how they investigate the castle and they find some sort of missing relic, and they get back to the Frankfurt airport, and then they get through an airport, which is 2 hours away. Airports are nightmares. But they navigate the airport, and they get on the plane, and they land in Japan by that afternoon. It's impossible time frames. They would have had to be at the castle at 2 in the morning. And then his whole Japan excursion makes no sense, because they land in Tokyo, do this whole run through the neon city and escape and travel, and it's this whole very cool, visually appealing moment, but then they end up in Nagasaki, which, on the smallest end, is about a 3-hour flight, and then you take the train. But they talk about getting there by bus, which, if you take a bus and a train, you're looking at around 8 hours. If you're just taking a bus, that's a whole day. You're looking at a minimum of 18 hours. It's just not something that most people would do. And then they're going to Nagasaki for the Who's 10 Boss, the tulips, which is where they get into Dutch culture, which takes them to Germany. But that's not necessarily how that's not how that works at all. And I still don't understand where in this story this has anything to do with Hindu mythos, which is the whole premise of the investigation, and the whole adventure is surrounding, of course, it's Kali, because it's always Kali, because no one takes the time to look into other Indian and Hindu subcultures and actual mythos. So, of course, it centers around the goddess Kali, who, of course, is associated with destruction, which is all they're focusing on, despite the fact that her most common association is being mother of all and a protector. And I don't... I mean... It's just so... It's all over the place, and I still don't get the plot. And I mean, I'm 2/3 of the way through, so yes, I'm sure it can all come together in the final act, but... I mean, I have so many questions, and with how short, or how few many... there's not enough pages at the end to fully summarize what's happening. And I can already tell that it's supposed to be set up to be a series of events. And I don't get it. Because I feel like they're not even going to sum up what should be explained, or I think they just wanted to list cool places. And I don't... It's not that it's impossible. And it's not that the visuals of the story are not interesting, and it's not that the story couldn't have a good ending. It could settle up very well. It just doesn't make sense. And I think that's been the thing that's taking me so long to write this review, is just like how all over the place this plot is. And again, it's not it's possessive. It's not a direction. Okay, that's fine. It's fine. Yeah, I know. Thank you for letting me vent. I know, it's just... I have questions, and I wish... I still haven't heard the recommendations from the web series I had recommended, and so now I'm back reporting on these, and... I mean, I'm an editor, I know this is what I do, and I'm okay with that. But, like, if they could give me a writer that can write, that would be ideal. Anyway. Yeah. I know. Not very calming. I'm sorry. Well, you can have a glass of wine with me. I think it's helping. Otherwise, getting through this, I would not have a sense of humor. I mean, it's almost laughably bad. Ooh, maybe that's the point. Maybe it's supposed to be this chaotic mess, and that everything will be better because it's silly. It's where, not where. It's fine. It's fine. And like, I like plays on words. I like puns, but just not being able to. You have spell check. Okay, the spelling of this is not that complicated, and if you are confused, just Google it. and even what isn't misspelled is just... this has been painful, genuinely, to review. Okay, it's that page. Let's get through this. Well, your presence is always comforting. Yeah. Ugh. You know, I was about to lose my mind, but actually having you here has been actually pretty calming. It's not helping the speed of my review, but it is definitely taking the edge off of my frustration. Although, if you keep making bloody little comments like that, it's going to add a different kind of frustration. Ugh. Yeah, there's quite a bit of that in here. It's just... I mean... Have they... You know, he's probably a very nice man, but I don't know if this author's ever spoken to a woman. Or seen one in person. I'm really starting to wonder the dimensions that he describes the female protagonist. And like, no body shaming, like everyone looks their own way, but like, who travels through essentially swampland in heels? Like, at least give her practical boobs. There's a whole movie about that. Do you remember Romancing List? Oh yeah, you do. It's very much like that. It's like campy 90s rom-com, but like mixed with modern fanfic. Again, the visuals are great, but it's just, oof, it's rough. Well, I may not be allowed to partake in certain enjoyments, but I'll be darned if I don't get through this. Yeah, I know you don't like that in the house. I'm sorry. It's okay. I think I'll get through the next couple pages. And then after that, we can go to bed and test out that new safe word. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. It's... Oh, goodness. You're a writer. You live in daily preposition, really? Come on. It's fine. I'm so ready to be done with this. Yeah, well. Okay. I'm thinking that I am done for the evening. So, darling, why don't we go to bed? I'll beat you there. Hello, and thank you again for listening to another session with your hostess, me, C, from girlfriend.exp. I wanted to bring another more kind of calm and ambient in this more stressful situation that we're in. I always value our time together, and until next time, let's be alone together.